Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Bernie, back with the second installment of Leadership Lessons Learned. This one I'm going to title Replaceable at Work, Irreplaceable at Home. In your professional life, in your professional career, you should be replaceable because in your personal life, you aren't. Back before I got my full-time job with the military as a public affairs specialist, I was a TV news journalist. So I was a videographer for a TV affiliate down in Virginia. And then finally, I moved back up to Alaska and was able to work at another different TV affiliate up in Alaska. Now, what that means is every day I would go to the newsroom. I would either get an assignment or I would bring a story to them. I would get a thumbs up saying, yep, go get that story. I would go out. I would get the information, go to the location, shoot the video, do the interviews, come back to the newsroom, be able to edit it and have it ready for air, sometimes multiple stories a day, Monday through Friday. And it was all within an 8 to 9 hour time span every single day. And over the years, you get a very unique skill set to be able to work under pressure and deliver on time by the deadline every single day. And you get that level of confidence knowing that you are very good at what you do, you're unique, you're talented, and you enjoy what you do. I've had some of the most amazing experiences as a TV journalist over the almost 10 years I was on the civilian side. And then I remember distinctly in about 2010 timeframe up in Alaska, the economic crisis hit us a little bit delayed, which is common up in Alaska. It doesn't hit as soon as it would have down in the lower 48, but it eventually got to us. And in 2010, I remember the general manager called the newsroom into the studio to have a meeting. It wasn't really a planned meeting, so everybody went in and we kind of knew that something was up, but we weren't sure. Well, we definitely did not expect what he said. He told us, we're filing for bankruptcy and we're going to reorganize our structure of our company because we're going to look for buyers. Now, I had never been part of a company that had anything remotely close to this type of scenario. And I remember looking out in the newsroom and seeing decades upon decades of talent, skill sets, uniqueness, just amazing storytellers who were going to be let go because the company was restructuring. And in my mind, I thought that each and every one of these folks are irreplaceable. Years later, I look back at that and I realized that that was one of the moments where I knew that it changed my perspective of how I need to be looking at my professional career. I am replaceable, and that is a freeing mindset. It sort of unburdens you to think that you are so irreplaceable at your company or organization that no one can do what you do. If you are part of a company that thinks like that, you're not leading, you're leaning too hard on your people. And that puts an undue amount of pressure and stress on individuals and not the company. In the military, how we operate is we need to have a replacement and sometimes a replacement for the replacement. At any moment, we could get called up for a state activation in the National Guard where we go respond to a state emergency and we could be gone for a month at a time. For deployments, it's even longer. We can get called up for federal service and leave for up to a year for some of us. If we don't have a replacement trained and ready, you're going to be somewhere else doing your other job while also expected to do your new job. And that doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. It's way too much pressure and way too much stress, and both jobs are they're going to be affected because of it. So if you are not training your replacement or finding your replacement in your current position, you're doing something wrong. And it doesn't even have to be an official capacity. So as leaders, what I recommend to you is if you don't have an official replacement, is find somebody who you can mentor and train, even if it's unofficially, to be able to step in and do your job. It does two things. One, it creates a little amount of humility on your end because you can finally remind yourself that you are replaceable. And then two, it allows that individual the opportunity to grow in that company and actually be able to step in to that role, alleviate some stress on you, knowing that you have somebody else you can lean on. So it does two different things. And then finally, on the personal side, when you finally come to the conclusion that you are replaceable at work, it allows you to think how irreplaceable you are at home. So my final message to you would be this. If you left your job today, would they survive? Yeah, probably. And if not, you're in the wrong organization. If you were to leave your family today, would they be able to survive? No. They need you at home more than they need you at work. Does it mean work's not important? Absolutely not. Of course it's important. But your home life is more important. Be replaceable at work. Be irreplaceable at home. All right. Have a good rest of the day, guys.